Alright guys, I expect a shorter session here, but we'll see. So we made it to a settlement, Cadaval, and it looks like it's pretty small. Cool dry wind from the south, gray skies, migratory birds, that's kind of a fun little detail. A small town nestled in the foothills of the Rosadas, surrounded by hillside farms and footpaths. Oh, that connect to nearby iron mines. That's a little fun. Um, let's just do so. I was trying to get a feel for this place, and I came here with the intention of gearing up. Like I just noticed, Orgo is still going around with a crappy weapon. He should be doing a better weapon. Um. Anyway, but he does. Anyway, maybe an armor upgrade for someone. And I'm getting the feeling this is not that type of place. So it does look like there's a merchant. So, and I also think I've been doing things wrong on how to interact in a settlement. So I'll try to do this maybe the right way and have people go to different places. So first order of business, Thane for sure is going to find the temple. He's got. Does he have to roll to find it? That seems kind of weird. 15. So he would find it. Anyway. So he needs to do penance for losing the Cure Wounds spell again. And in my estimation, it should be more than last time because he just did this. And it's like, seriously, dude, get it together. You got to do better than this. His god's getting pissed off at him for this. As far as what should that be, I remember that penance was really low. 5 gold for tier 1. I'm gonna say he has to pay the 5 gold and do something else. What else? What is the nature of the other thing he has to do? Let's use Dark. We didn't do that last episode. We'll use the Dark chart. 4886. Evolve people. Oh, good lord. I know what that means. He's our only priest. Did we have even a hint of anyone else interested earlier? I feel like earlier on I had some interaction between the dwarves. Did Orgo go to the... Abbott does not feel like he's going to church with Thane, but I think Thane has to pay the 5 gold. Just do that out of the gate. And try to convert one of his party members. And I just feel like that's Orgo. What does Orgo have? His wisdom is no bonus. Does anybody have a wisdom bonus, though? No. Except for Abbott. And like I said, I don't see Abbott being the type. So he doesn't have to become a priest. He just has to become a follower, become more spiritual, that sort of thing. So Thane is going to try to convince Orgo to come with him. And this is kind of weird because it's going to be a check within my own party. So I'm going to say that for the penance part, at least at this, it's probably just a normal check. Can Thane charisma check? He's got a -1 to charisma. Oh boy, that's actually hard then. Convince Orgo to come with him and give it a shot. And so he needs an 11? No, he needs a 13. He needs a 13. Should I roll it at advantage because they're dwarves and they're friends? Maybe, or maybe I should make it easy, in which it's 50-50, he would need a 10. Let's do that. I think that makes more sense. 50-50, he needs a 10. 16. He would have been good either way, even if I had given him a medium challenge on that. So he gets Orgo to come with him. Orgo, how does he react to the whole concept of, I don't know, maybe they're listening to a sermon or something. How does Orgo react? I'm actually gonna just do a reaction check on that. And he's not gonna attack, but basically 10, 11, 12 is where Orgo would start to really take notice. 6, not really at all. In fact, that's hostile. I do think, though, that it still is good enough for the penance, but for right now, Orgo is just like, look, I'd rather drink with Abbott than come to church with you. Sorry, buddy. Now let's go kill some stuff. So, I think that's kind of how that plays out. Orgo is definitely resistant. Thane got him to come along and take a look and check it out. And that's enough as far as the penance, but it doesn't leave a lot of room for promise moving forward for Orgo to convert. Would anyone else? Probably not. I'm just not seeing that. So maybe Neuro would be the most likely. I don't think I want to go down that path of making a roll for each character or something like that. So, other things to do in town while we're here. We got to get some healing, so I think we're staying here for at least a day. But I'm not sure what that is. And I really don't want to do this either. I think the way these work are that I can choose which things I want to try to pursue. So I'm going to go for the NPCs in this. So we did Thane. And Orgo was kind of busy with Thane during this time, so I'm going to take him out of it. We'll see if we can interact with Abbott. I'm just going to kind of pick randomly with the next NPC. That's a yes. A homeless vagrant, Alfonso Silva, talks about being once a prosperous goat herder. The army has confiscated his goats and left him in poverty. It looks like he's willing to help the group, drive a wagon, carry. But I don't think we really need that. We got a big group of 6 already. But I'll try to remember that. Alfonso Silva. Okay, that takes care of Abbott. Nura will do the next one. 7. No. Oh no, that's not good. And the last one is going to be, well, since it's a charisma check, let's go with, they're the same. No, Renario. Renario will try the last one. And he does. He has an interaction with Hadhigo Pejera, a prominent citizen. Okay. Owns substantial amount of land. He has. Ooh, should I? He has fallen into a dark abyss and believes he somehow angered the gods. I gotta read this in private. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I am gonna read it because he's having this conversation with Renariel and asking for help, essentially. He's contracted several unusual diseases out of the blue. His property appears to be under some supernatural attack. His barn has collapsed. Storms have ravaged his crops. Sorry. Where'd it go? Oh, we're on the right map anyway. So this is his crops over here. Anyway, I was like, I just saw a map that looked like it had little farmland type or little crop type things. That's it. Every flower vase has shattered. He has no explanation for any of these events and will entertain any ideas and encourage investigators. So, solo play. I could go, oh, let's roll to see if anybody's interested. I'm deciding. This is me. I'm the one playing. We're interested in this. Let's try to help this guy out. Are we going to do it right this second? I need to do this. See if I need to make a check for this, because there's another note about it. Okay, I'm going to do this, actually. So Renariel's the one talking, so he's going to roll here. But I don't... A natural one. So I definitely don't... We're going to help him. And I'm not quite sure... So I don't know information. I know as the person, because I'm reading the thing, as the person playing, what's going on here, but the party did not find out at all. But Renariel's like, this guy could use our help. It's probably going to be something in it for us if we do this. I'm not going to tackle this yet because I still wanted to do some other things, which I think the main thing I want to do is, can we replenish our gear here? I think that is probably just a yes or no. Can Oracle check, can we replenish our gear here? No. There's a merchant here. It says destitute. So the other part of that I was going to ask is, can we find gear we need, like a weapon or armor that we need here? And I'm going to do this one as an Oracle check as well, but at disadvantage. So I want to leave a chance that there is a merchant who maybe has some stuff, but not likely. Nope, 3. No, that's a no, but I don't know what the but would be about that yet. So we'll leave that open-ended a little bit. Let's do a rumor while we're here in town. So let's spend a couple gold and hear about... Oh, I started a new chart. I'm going to put it on this instead. I started a new... We're in 3, 2, 1, 2... which is a nymph has been sighted in a nearby stream, seducing and killing soldiers. Nymph killing soldiers. I think what I'm learning about these rumors, that when it's something like that, I'm expected to figure that out and play that out. I don't think it means I go to the next hex, try to find a stream and see if there's a nymph, which I kind of tried to do before. So I think I have to play that out. So we have a couple of leads here in this town. Should I try to follow one of them? I guess so. Doggone it. Said this was going to be a short session because it's 2 a.m. That's the problem I have here. It's not much of a session without something happening, but we do have a couple interesting leads going on, and I'm not sure I want to tackle them right now at 2 a.m. because both of them seem like they could be something. Maybe, you know what? Let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this nymph. But first, let's rest. We're going to spend a night in this town at this inn. You know, at whatever their inn is. I'm going to take off some gold a little bit for spending a night. I haven't been doing anything about that except just subtracting 10 gold when I gear up, and I said they don't have the gear I need, but we still need food and a place to sleep. But the next day we're going to go try to find this nymph. So, a nearby stream. All right, let's do this. Okay, so, boy, it took a while to try and figure out how I want to do this. But I have at least a general idea. So the group is looking for this nymph who has been rumored to be killing off soldiers. Soldiers are disappearing or something. I don't know how we heard this rumor. But anyway, we are trying to follow where we think soldiers have been going. Nura is going to be trying to track it, and they get to this part of this stream where there's a waterfall and it looks pretty cool, and I am going to have everybody make a charisma check at DC, let's say 15. Should be kind of hard. I'm tempted to go 18. So, Nura first. Fail. Orgo. Fail. Abbott. Fail. Renariel. Fail. Krell. Fail. And Thane. Fail. So all of them fail. My hope here was that one or two made the check, but what happens is they all hear this call, they hear this beautiful song, and just walk out into the water. And the water gets a little deeper toward the waterfall. And here they are. They're just in the water, and it's getting deeper. I guess Nura would be. Nura's female. Would she have any resistance to this? I guess not. So here they come. They're in the waterfall. They're nearing the waterfall in the water, and I'm going to. Here's how I'm going to do this. They're charmed. So they were charmed and drawn into the water, into the deeper water. Now they are going to get a second check, and if they succeed, they break the charm, and if they fail, they basically become paralyzed and start to drown. Let's do that. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so the next check. I didn't even roll initiative because I don't know how that would have taken place. I think if any of them had not been charmed, we would have rolled initiative and played out how that character acts. But right now they're all charmed, so until somebody can do something, there's not even an initiative to roll. So here we go. Nura. So we're looking at 15. Nura actually is our highest charisma. Nat 1. Nura starts to drown. Abbott. starts to drown. Renario. Safe. Wait. Safe. Renario safe. Thane. Safe, I hope. Gotta make sure I don't have a negative. Oh, a -1. Safe. So we have 2 safe. Krell. Drowning. And Orgo. We could use one more, Orgo. Come on. Oof. Oof. Starting to drown. Is there rules for drowning? I'm not sure about that. So here's what's going to happen. I think now it's our turn because essentially I played it like she got surprise, and now what we have to do is they've broken the charm, but they don't even probably know where she is. But I think at this point I would give them. I know. I'll give her a stealth check. I'll give her a stealth check. And I'll give them a perception, essentially, a wisdom check. A group one. Is that fair? No, they'd both have a chance. So, purple will be Renario, because he's got a purple cape. So they both spot her. They both spot this beautiful silhouette that they can kind of see beyond the waterfall. Like, the waterfall is high, there's this little cove back here, essentially, where she's hanging out. And what do we do? I think we want to, first of all, save our friends. So I think we're going to start dragging them out of the water first. I'll just go. Renario will grab Nura and drag her to the edge. Thane will grab Abbott and drag him to the edge. That's their action. They're going to drag them out of the water so they're okay. And then the other two are just drowning. I don't know. Huh. Let me read something real quick. Here's what we're going to do. And I'm going to do a group check for this because I don't want to. Actually, I'll do it next turn, and I'll tell you why. I don't know how to handle drowning. Would it take away hit points? I don't think it would take away hit points, so I'll just have to figure out what I want to do on the fly in a minute. But the other two are just drowning. She's going to come out now. Does it have an attack? Yeah. She's going to come out and do an attack on either Krell or Orgo. I'll do that at random. 1, 2, 3 is Orgo. So she'll attack Orgo. And she'll do, I think what I'll say is automatic hit. Or it wouldn't even be. He's drowning and paralyzed, essentially. So it's an automatic hit. It's not an automatic critical hit. I guess I'll give her advantage on an attack. It's an automatic hit, but if she rolls a nat 20, it's a crit. How's that? 3 damage. Okay. Now what I need to do, so now it's going to be a new turn. Now what I need to do is see how long they're paralyzed for. It's 1d4. I'm rolling a group roll. 4. Well, if they're all still in the water in 4 rounds, they're dead. Let's put it that way. 4 rounds. So we've already got 1 round in. This is our second round. Okay. At least I'm going to say they're not drowning over here. The 2 who are on the sides. But I also don't want to make this a guaranteed win or loss. So we're going to have to attack, try to stop this, I think. Ooh, I have an idea. Renariel has a sleep dart. And that's all. I think it's just a custom item. So I think that's all. Actually, it was from the drow, right? So he has a sleep dart. He's going to roll it as if he's a drow. And he's going to attack. Sleep, DC 15 con, or sleep. Poison dart. DC 15 con. I don't know if I'm going to give her that. Yeah, I should. So he's going to attack her. And he's rolling a... Oh no, that's a miss, huh? We're going to use our luck token on that. I hope I didn't luck token already, did I? I can't remember. I had a long pause on this video. So it's a new day. We're calling it a new luck token. I'm going to use a luck token because I need this to hit. There, that's a hit. Okay, 20 means I don't even have to roll. She goes to sleep. And I think that'll... Well, no. She rolls at disadvantage. So sleep was... Otherwise, we just automatically win. Crit hit is great, but I'm going to treat it, instead of double damage, she's going to double chance she sleeps. DC 15 con, I'm going with. She has no plus. So she's got to roll at disadvantage because it was a crit. And she actually would have got it. That's crazy. Well, maybe, if that was the one I rolled. So she goes to sleep. So the first thing we do is pull these guys out of the water and get everybody to safety. She's asleep, I think. I don't know if that makes any sense. This is a really weird one. I'm kind of going on the fly with how to do this. And I couldn't find a nymph, right? And it says nymph, but the closest I could find in Shadowdark was a siren. I couldn't even find a nymph in any old school thing that I could transform. So I just kind of used my knowledge of she's beautiful and trying to charm them with a song and pull them closer to... So what I was treating it as is drown them. What do I do with her now, though? Here's the thing. She's asleep. She's in the water. I don't know that she would drown. I don't know that we really want to just kill her outright. No, we do. We're going to kill her because she's been killing soldiers. So she's not just your normal run-of-the-mill nymph or siren. She's actually, like, pretty evil. So Renariel's going to kill her. Thane wouldn't do it, but Renariel would. Should I have any sort of weird thing about damage for these guys? Because I could heal them up now. I'm going to say maybe they need to be... These two who spend an extra round in the water, Orgo and Krell, should have something. We got to try to stabilize them or something. So Thane will try to do something. I'm not doing great at this. Cure Wounds. Does Cure Wounds make sense? I kind of ruled that it didn't do damage to them. Would like a stabilization check make the most sense here? I'm not really sure. This makes no sense. How about a con check? Because, like, what would they be performing CPR? Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to get them to spit out water. I'm way overthinking this. I'm sorry, you guys. We're good. We're good. The threat is gone. We're good. My guys are gonna take care of their crew, and everybody's gonna be okay. I think. I don't think I'm even gonna roll it. It's too confusing for me. I don't know why that seems dumb. Lame. So anyway, I do think we're probably gonna find some treasure here. I think there's a chance that she would have some treasure back here in her little cave hideout. And I think there's a chance we would find some sort of. I think we would find bodies. Like, I don't think we have to roll that. I think we would find soldier bodies at the bottom, and a fair chance that there's some sort of treasure that the soldiers have on them. So I'm going to roll both of those treasures. I'm going to roll a 0 to 3 for the soldiers. And we have a soldier 0 to 3 treasure. I'll check that first. 81. Nice. Gold. Oh. I'm going to try the other one. I like to find stuff that makes sense, like logical sense for the scenario. So this is a bunch of soldiers at the bottom who've drowned. Locked lead coffer and a bloody obsidian knife. So that at least makes more sense. So a knife and a coffer, and it's worth 60 gold pieces. And an XP. And I'm going to adjust my XP system too, but I'll talk about that next time. I'm not going to talk about it right now. Okay, and her, so I got to roll a treasure. She would be on the next level up. I think I've got her at a 4. Level 4. I rolled a 1, but I also have dwarves here. And these two are going to be pretty out of it, but Thane is not. Thane never was submerged in the water or anything, so he's gonna give a sniff. Oh no, does he still miss? Shoot. Well, there's no treasure. There's treasure back here, but we didn't find it. That would have been a perfect time to sniff, and I said out loud, this is one of the things. I'm gonna talk about something real quick. 2 things. One, the dwarf treasure sniffer. It's a house rule that I made up, and it's supposed to be just a fun thematic thing. Like, this would be perfect. Oh, you smell something? And he follows the trail. They didn't necessarily know she had a little home back there, but he follows the trail to the treasure. But this didn't happen because I failed the roll. But I just said, regarding the sniffing, I kind of don't like that I have 3 dwarves, because all of a sudden it was like, oh, so if I miss, oh shit. Attack. Just had a real life spider. I should have had the party fight it. I should have rolled an attack instead of just crushing it myself. That would have been awesome. That could have helped the nymph there, the spider. She calls a spider from the giant spider from the forest to come help her. Anyway, I kind of don't like that I have a party of dwarves, and then like, so what am I gonna roll 3 times to try and get? Oh yay! Abbott tries to get the treasure. He found it. You know, and I did that once last time, and it just felt wrong when I did it. Like, so I'm just gonna say, since if there's any dwarf in the party, they get 1 roll to try to find a treasure. Um, at least on a given treasure. Like, I'm not going to roll 3 times to try to sniff out this one treasure. Maybe I would give them up to 3 rolls on 3 different treasures, but I don't know. Maybe I need to think about that. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is I've really been enjoying doing the solo play on a video like this rather than not putting it on the video, because I think I play differently. I think I say something out loud and then I'm like, well, this is going up on YouTube, so I'm held to that. So I said at this instance, I said, well, these 2 guys had been drowning, so they might not be at their best senses and be able to sniff out a treasure right now. That's what I meant by, I said Thane was never drowning, so he's going to be the one to try and sniff it out, insinuating that they're not able to. Now, if I was playing by myself, not on a video, I might be more tempted to go, oh, I do have 2 other dwarves, and I really want to find this treasure. And I might actually give myself 3 rolls. So I kind of like that accountability of knowing I'm putting it up on YouTube. And so I've got to I'm extra fair. I'm extra afraid to cheat. And I know I've noticed as I played through this, like, oh, I was actually pretty harsh there on myself and didn't do it a certain way because I don't want it to seem like I'm making it too easy on myself. So anyway, we took care of the siren. We did get a treasure. We probably missed out on an even better treasure. And just for kicks on my own, I'll probably roll what that is. I'm going to roll it. We're not going to find it, but I'm going to roll it. What did we miss? Not much. 32. So something worth some gold pieces. So anyway, I will head back to town and do some cleanup. We're going to end the session here. This was a stream nearby, so nothing to do with that. And I still have another lead to follow in this town for next session, which might be a good week from now. So I don't foresee being able to play for the next several nights. So we'll see, though. I've been trying to find... I shouldn't be playing tonight. So, all right, guys. Yeah. Thanks for following along. If you are joining me and having a lot of fun playing Terra Invictus.